that alarm goes off. It's the D-Day and your stomach drops. I mean, थोड़ी घबराहट तो होगी यार. After all, we spend months preparing for this, studying for this, giving mocks, thinking about the exam while working, while studying, while eating, while taking a shit. But no one actually gives you a playbook for 3 hours before the exam, because that is where the worst, most human mistakes are actually made. Mistakes that will cost you percentile points. Guaranteed. And I'll be honest, my morning of the exam was an absolute freaking disaster. I made 3 critical mistakes that cost me big time, and one of them actually cost me 15 whole minutes from my strongest section, which was the first section, VARC. You don't need a perfect checklist. I mean, let's be honest, it doesn't exist. I don't want you getting too stressed about this checklist either. So I'm just going to give you the most important points, and as long as you have those in mind, you are pretty much covered. So here are 3 real life mistakes that I actually made, so you don't have to lose a single mark. Mistake number 1, the admit card crisis. So most likely what you're going to do is going to look something like this. You're going to prepare your admit card, you're going to set it up, put it on the desk and everything. But you do tend to forget the one thing they actually check. It's the ID proof, not the photocopied one, the original one. And I almost forgot mine. Yeah, everything is happening in such a rush that morning that things kind of just pass you by. But the problem with shit like this on that day is that it really screws up your mental composure, because it opens a portal through which all sorts of doubts come crawling through. So then you start wondering, oh my goodness, what else have I forgotten? That's not a good position to be in. That anxiety sort of spikes your cortisol a bit for the next few hours, and that is not the state that you want to give this exam in. What's the solution? सारे documents अपने पास रखो and उनको अपने bag में डालो, and then click a photo of them in the bag. That instant of you clicking a photo of that is something that gets registered in the brain, and whenever you think about, oh shit, रखा या नहीं रखा, भूल तो नहीं है, you will not remember the act of actually keeping those documents in your bag. What you will remember is clicking that photo, and that is going to shock the paranoia away. So do that. It's going to save you a lot of worry on that day. But what about your brain? I mean, you can't focus if your whole body is crashing. And there is a very popular breakfast habit that kind of almost ensures that you will crash during the exam. So we're going to talk about that next. So the second mistake that I made was my morning usually began with black coffee and pure adrenaline, nothing else. And I thought that since I was so used to this whole routine of starting my day like that, it'd be fine on the exam day as well. What I did not know was that I would be extremely stressed, much more than I was on any given regular day. And so I would burn through that energy very, very quickly. I needed that energy to actually perform for 3 hours straight. And you do too, for 2. Your body needs glucose. But here's the catch. It needs stable glucose. You will see people chugging coffee before the exam, 10 minutes before the exam or something like that. Please don't do that. That caffeine cortisol high that you're going to get, that energy spike that you're going to get, is going to lead to a crash the moment you're across the VARC section. You will crash in DILR with 2 sections to go. Please don't do that. I did exactly this. And I regretted it. Somehow it worked out for me, but if I were to go back in time, I would not do this. And the same thing happens if you consume too much sugar. I mean, so if you chug a Red Bull or Pepsi before the exam, you will experience the same crash. So what the hell did you even eat? So some 60 to 90 minutes before your exam slot, you have a light meal, which is composed of low GI, stable glucose. So currently my choice is fruit oatmeal. It's something that you can very easily prepare. It's something that you can prepare beforehand and keep it in your fridge for the exam day, so you don't have to spend any time doing that on the exam day, and that is going to give you enough fuel to last the exam, and it's not going to be so heavy that you end up falling asleep. सिर्फ fruits खाने हैं तो वो भी खा सकते हो, but please heavy खाना बिल्कुल मत खाना, सो जाओगे. And the science behind that is that when you consume heavy food, your brain actually directs energy from thinking to digestion. This is exactly why you feel so sleepy after a heavy lunch. So now you know. Okay, so now you have entered the center, you have gone through the formalities, and now you are in the examination hall. You are at your desk, you're sitting down and staring at the computer screen. You will have some time, a few minutes before the exam actually starts. I mean, there will be a box with the instructions and all that in front of you, and a big threat is looming right there. So I'm going to show you the one thing that you must actively do in that time. So let me walk you through the mistake that I made. So I was sitting there, and I'd been giving so many mocks. I had this strategy laid out. I had this whole damn scene played out in my head so many times that I knew exactly what I'd be doing during this time. So I was doing that. I was upping my mental game. I was getting in the zone so I could just perform. I was getting my strategy ready. I was revising it. The moment the exam starts, these are the steps that I'm going to take. This is what I'm going to do. I'm totally in my head. And yahi main galti kar raha tha. And no, it was not about reading the instructions to find a loophole. The mistake that I made was that I did not check and stress test the keyboard and the mouse. That is the mistake that I made. मेरे mouse का scroll और click काम ही नहीं कर रहा था consistently. So you would click something, वो पता ही नहीं चलेगा तुमको कि वो click हुआ या नहीं हुआ. You do it 2-3 times, then वो एक बार करेगा and all that. And I realized this जब section start हो चुका है, exam start हो चुका है, and उसके बाद मैं वो आगे पीछे करने जा रहा था questions, and that's when I realized, shit, it's not working. And then I got into this panicked state where I thought कि okay, काम चला लेता हूँ, चल जाएगा थोड़ा. But then I started seeing very quickly that नहीं चल रहा था काम. So उसके बाद I just flagged the issue, then I waited for a replacement to come and all that, and उतने में obviously तुम्हारी concentration वगैरह तो break हो ही रही है ना. So the same thing was happening to me, and I hope this situation doesn't happen to you, but you have to be prepared for that. This is going to really waste a lot of time that you don't have. Late realize किया कि कुछ technical fault है, then पहले 5 मिनट तुम internal debate करोगे कि मैं काम चला सकता हूँ या फिर should I flag it. Then जब काम नहीं चल रहा होगा तब after already losing marks and time because of that, you will panic and then you will flag the issue, then you will wait 10 minutes for a replacement to get there. Don't do that. It's not worth it. So use that window to actually stress test your equipment and to ensure that you have the right equipment. It's not malfunctioning or anything like that. Flag issues early. तुमको अगर लगता है कुछ गड़बड़ है, just flag it, man. Let them get you a replacement, and then you can just see if that one's better or worse and use the better one. Whatever. But please flag जरूर कर दो अगर लगता है कुछ गड़बड़ है. And अगर ये कुछ होता है तो it can be sort of a panicky situation even though you have time on your hands and all that and the exam hasn't begun. In that moment just खुद को याद दिलाओ यार, it's okay, I did the right thing, I actually flagged this issue in a timely manner and now I'm all set. मैं एक plan के साथ आया था या आई थी and अब exam फोड़ने का टाइम है. And since you've stuck till this point, here's a bonus tip for you. उस दिन जो भी पहनना है, जो भी ले जाना है, वो सब पहले से ही तैयार करके रख लो. Reduce decision points on that day as much as you can. So ये सब मैंने पहले कर लिया था, fortunately, except that whole ID proof thing. You don't want to get into a decision paralysis on that day because मत पढ़ो यार, it's just going to waste your time. And then you're going to start panicking, oh shit, I'm getting late, stuff like that. Just not a good situation to be in. Don't do that. Let me tell you, even if you are extremely meticulous with planning the whole damn day out, something or the other may actually go wrong. So don't forget to smile. Why? Well, 1, because it's an instant confidence booster, and 2, because you look awesome with the smile on your face. That's why. The day won't be perfect. Something will go wrong, but hoga yaar. If you are interested in how I actually recover when things go wrong, check this video out here. Good luck. You got this.